merciful and practice kindness. Sir, we will.
What's up, and welcome to the Daily Gun Show, or the Daily Gun Show. That's not my show. This is Gun News Network. Welcome to GNN. And let me get my screen share going. As you guys see the inner workings happen right before your eyes. All right. So the title was Special Report, and later we'll go over the headlines. Which I got to change the name of that. That's a stupid name. It's going great, Patrick. Got DF2 dot Patrick Pants. What's up? All right, let's play this video. This is a shooting that happened in my neighborhood. I don't know if I heard the shots. I may have and thought it was something else, but I don't know. So let's check out this video and see what goes on inside the deep dark hood where I live. Oh shit. I can't tell if he shot there or not, but could be the frame rate on the camera. That looks like a shot right there. But you can definitely see when this guy starts shooting. Look at the form on them guys. We'll watch it in slow motion, I guess. Pow, pow, hand, offhand goes up. See, this guy's got more of a grip on things, but he still missed them. The guy was only grazed in the end. So, let's see if any of them get their guns going sideways. You gotta love it when the gangsters put their guns sideways. That's what they would call the kill shot in the movies. What happened? All right. All right. Sideway. We're looking for the sideways shot. A little sideways jam. Maybe that guy jammed. Now he's running away like a bitch. Let's watch this guy and see if that was a jam or what. Oh, something happened with my high point. Oh, it's not working. I'll shoot my friend in the back by accident. All right, so we'll go to the article. Where was that? Police investigate shooting at Bristol apartment complex. It happened Monday, shortly after 7 p.m. at whatever my apartments. Police say the driver, the front passenger of the Buick Encore, were parked in front of the G-lot where they approached the three gunmen on foot. There, only two were caught on video, but I guess there was three. They opened fire on the victim, drove in reverse until he struck a fence fence that was wrapped around a dumpster. According to police, at least 8 shots were fired, striking the driver's side, front, and rear door, and also the hood. The suspects fled on foot The suspects fled on foot toward Ford Road, possibly escaped in a gray Dodge Charger with dark tinted windows. The victim suffered a grazed wound to the leg and signed himself into the hospital. And they need information on the people because they haven't caught them. So these guys are still on the loose. And shortly after this, I can't find an article on it, but shortly after this, I heard that there was a SWAT team raiding someone else's apartment for dealing guns. So that's where I live. So on to the headlines. All right, I went over some, but they might have added some new ones. The Tau Flater Mouse ammo. Who cares? The calculus of the Second Amendment. This one seemed a little too deep to go into over the headline show, but yeah, I'll have to read that, and maybe we'll get back to that at a later date because it seems interesting. What's up next? We got 4 things you didn't know about Spyderco knives. Let's find out. Hopefully they have it laid out in a nice list, like 3 things we learned about the Texas shooting. All right, hands full. Doesn't seem like I guess Spyderco's had clips before clips were cool. Yeah, looks like a boring knife read. If you're into knives, go to that Truth About Guns and check out that Spyderco. So I am disinterested in that article. And another pocket dump. At least this guy has a Glock this time. Last guy had a Taurus, had to pass right by his post. So got the Chinese Maxpedition wallet. He's carrying a med kit, which is good. The tourniquet. It's got some kind of key bar going. A little cheesy, I gotta say. I don't like the key bars. Swiss Army keys. I don't carry that many keys anyway. Got a watch. I can't wear watches. I just bang them in the walls and everything that's next to me, and end up hurting my wrist, and it sucks. Let me know in the comments if you like watches. Do you like watches? Smeggy likes watches. I know. Yeah, it is time to move. That's in the works. Setting that in motion. And of course, we got beware of the dreaded AR-15 chainsaw bayonet. Yep. So, who's surprised by this? USA Today picking the most radical and stupid novelty item you can attach to an AR and putting that as something that you can get. Like, what are liberals thinking when they look at this? What are anybody in the middle thinking? Like, whoa, what is that? What are they going to cut down a tree? Are they going to chainsaw? Is it just a murder machine? So, yeah, it was pretty stupid. Made for good memes today. I didn't see it, but the best one I heard about was the Home Depot truck. And the best one I seen was another one of these AR-15s underneath, with another one underneath of that with a little tiny chainsaw on the end. That was pretty good. But yeah, that's USA Today propaganda for you, brought to you by the deep state. Question of the day: would a proper Nix check have stopped the Sutherland spree, the Sutherland Springs spree killer? If not, what would have? Let me think. Nothing. Maybe a better upbringing, better parents. Who knows where this fucking guy went wrong? But there's no law gonna fucking fix it. You got societal issues. You have a media that constantly almost like undercover martyrs each of these killers, giving you their names over and over and over when they should be fucking just saying the murderer, and then holding the people up that took them out, whether they be the cops or, in this case, armed civilians. And we should know their names, and they should be plastered and put up as heroes. So you find out pretty fast. It's not. There's nothing that you're not going to gain anything. You're not going to become famous. You're going to make people that kill you famous, and who wants to do that? What kind of psychopath wants to do that? You know what I'm saying. I can't articulate my thoughts on that, but I'm pretty sure you get it. Smaggy, that's what I'm afraid of. The anti-gun people are now going after stronger background checks. Yeah, I don't even know what they mean by stronger background checks, what they want to add to it. They've always wanted to, break HIPAA law and add psych evaluations and mental uh, health background checks and stuff like that. But, fuck them. We will fight them on everything. If we'll fight them on bump stocks, then we'll fight them on pretty much everything. So it's a no compromise situation. Even though there's Republicans in the House right now willing to compromise. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they've been trying to force states to report all that stuff since Obama did his first 21 executive orders. I think one of them had to do something with that. Michigan open carry, new gun law, not so great. I wonder why. You need 8 hours of training. If you need to take an additional 8 hours of training or be a certified instructor to open carry in Michigan. So do you know anything about the Smeggy? We got Smeggy out there. He's from Michigan. Okay, he's telling me to get to it. Guess I'll click on it. Let's find out. SB 584 seeks to create a shall issue exemption to the concealed carry free zone listed in MCL 28 whatever blah 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 blah. I don't know what any of this means, so I'm going to give the link to you, Smeggy, and you can read it on your off time or now because it pertains to you in your state. And of course, we got ads popping up. The bad. One of the changes subbed into the bill was a ban on open carry in all of the listed places in the selection, blah, 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 blah. Infractions start off with a $500 civil infraction and a 6-month license suspension and go way up to a felony. Yes, a felony. If you are carrying in the wrong place with the wrong credentials. So yeah, looks like the ugly. Oh, it gets worse. Currently, every one of the nearly 620,000 CPL holders in this state, as well as the license holders from other states, can carry in zones listed in that number thing, whatever. I guess it's a provision in the law in Michigan. Though most of us have to carry openly. Should this legislation pass as is, nearly all of us would lose any ability to carry at all in these places until we first go through more training, pay more fees, and once again get permission to exercise our rights. And that's only for Michigan residents. Let me see if I can go back up and find out what these places are that you can't carry. Oh, you got Nagger helping you out. Guys, you might win this fight. All right, where are we going? The only places they can carry openly are places that they own, property that they own, or if they are hired by security, or if they have express written permission from the owner. That's it. So that is the open carry law, the new open carry law proposition for Michigan, which doesn't really sound like an open carry law to me at all. It sounds more, I don't even know. It sounds like 3% of an open carry law, what an open carry law should be. Yeah. Yep. Stupid laws. All right, let's move on from Michigan to Sutherland Springs. Hero needed his AR. I'm my system's quote of the day and enter to win 1,000 rounds of IMI 9mm ammo. So go check that out at Truth About Guns. Go check out the IMI giveaway. So this is the man. Uh, where is his name? See, they make it hard for you to even find his name on the gun thing. Is he NRA instructor Stephen Williford? No. Maybe somebody in the chat has the guy's name. Anybody? This is horrible. Well, this is the hero. So we will keep him in mind, find out his name, and give him props at a later date. To be honest with you, I didn't even pay attention to the shooter's name. Okay, the Marilyn Manson aims a gun at his audience. A fake gun, a prop, and liberals go crazy. And I think Marilyn Manson's pro gun. I think he said he grew up hunting, shooting guns, and yeah, I think he's pretty pro gun guy. Ron Grabman splits my old business card with a Wilson Combat modified Glock 19. I would like a Wilson Combat modified Glock 19. I would take that. What does this look like? Yep, just as you would think. Stippling job looks like it was done by a laser engraving or some other type. Let's watch the video.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is my business card. Looks like and speaking of James, we have Ron Grogan. There we have it. Is that split? Yeah, it's on the floor. We can't really get it right now.
I don't believe it. I think they're talking shit.
Super active.
Fake news. Unless that car was in two pieces, then they didn't split it, and I don't believe it. But I still want the Wilson Combat Glock 19. That would be nice. So let's move on. Page 2. When mass shooters are white men, why are we told gun laws won't work? We tell you gun laws won't work in Chicago, and I'm pretty sure they're like 89% black men, and the gun laws aren't working. And we tell you that a lot. So Shannon Watts is being a disingenuous paid propagandist by this guy, Mr. Bloomberg. So fuck her and her clan of Nazis. All right, I think I found all the interesting stuff on Truth About Guns, so we're going to move on now to guns.com. Man with gasoline-soaked van dies after being hit with taser. Oklahoma police are investigating the circumstances behind an interaction this week that left a reported suicidal man dead after he caught on fire directly after a taser was used on him. So, I don't know what you guys think about that, but that's pretty crazy. I mean, either you don't smell the gas and you hit the guy with the taser, or you think it's not going to spark and ignite the gasoline. Two officers are involved that were involved are on leave. The death is investigated in conjunction with the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation. So we'll figure out what these couple of knucklehead cops were thinking, shooting a guy with a taser while he's soaked with gasoline. Yeah. Man charged with murder and shooting family claims was self-defense. Don't need to know about that guy. Senate Democrats introduce a new ban on assault weapons. There was a similar article on the Truth About Guns, but I don't think I went over that. So this is not the first assault weapons ban this year, bill, but this is Feinstein and it seems like she's just reworking the 1994 into the 2013, which she worked into that, and then now is just transforming that with a little with some additions to this new one that is going to fail again. But she does like causing a stir, and I'm pretty sure she owns stock in gun companies. We'll have to investigate that sometime because she likes causing a stir. She likes it. She likes. I mean, a lot of people say, "Well, she was shot at before." She really means it, but or she saw someone get shot in front of her, a friend. But okay, it doesn't mean that she doesn't pop out of the bushes every time a shooting happens with her agenda-based bills. With an agenda, it's pretty fucking obvious. So her bills go up. A lot of gun sales go up, which I don't think is going to happen this time. She might not make as much money as she hopes for, or whatever she does. She's not going to do anything that she hopes for. But yeah, that's about it with her. She's going to fail, and we're going to keep our guns. Mr. and Mrs. America, keep your guns. Got Marilyn Manson again, shooting this obvious toy gun with an orange tip at the crowd, and then there must have been some snowflakes in the crowd, and they got all whiny, and they were like, "Oh my god, that's so insensitive. I would never think Marilyn Manson would do something like that." Samson Manufacturing releases lightweight, low-profile AR gas block. Well, good for you, Samson. Teen accidentally shoots himself in the wiener while robbing a hot dog stand. That's pretty ironic. I think that's a funny story to end on, so we'll come back to that. Compact ambidextrous green laser, neato, I guess, if you like that kind of stuff. Just look for its UTG. They usually sell them on Amazon. We'll have like 900 UTG listings for green lasers, and you won't know which one it is. So look for the ambidextrous compact one, if that's the kind of stuff you like. Arizona Road, named after the guy that got shot by the FBI up in Oregon when I guess they thought they were defending uh, property of people who set land on fire and committed felonies. Something like that. But anyway, in Arizona, they want to name a road after this guy, Lavoy Finicum. And I guess that's news. I don't know. You can call and say, no, don't do it. Or call and be like, yeah, fuck yeah. 5 pro-gun reform measures passed Michigan Senate. There's another one for you. Smeggy. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, that guy was a dick. Don't name shit after him. I'd agree. I tend to agree. So, 5 pro-gun reform measures passed in Michigan Senate. Let's see what these are. The 5-pack of bills was passed in Republican heavy votes with the trio of proposals affecting campus carry. Senate Bill 584, 585, and 586 passing 25 to 12, while the other two measures, SB 366, allowing those age 18 to 20 to obtain a provisional concealed carry permit, and SB 522 on foster parent went, or on foster parents went 26. I don't know what the law on foster parents is. 26 to 11. Structures, let's see. The legislation upholds the Constitution, protects the rights of the CPL holders, and reduces potential disruptions in pistol-free zones, said the bill's sponsor, Senator Mike Shirkey, Republican. Clark Lake. Since these zones were established almost 20 years ago, the courts have ruled that CPL holders can legally open carry weapons but not carry concealed weapons. This will change that. Foster parents. Adopting a child does not require you to give up your constitutional guaranteed rights. I guess previously in their state of Michigan, when you cared for a foster kid, you had to get rid of your guns to save the children. I guess they didn't trust these kids. I guess because they put them through such a hellish system, they know they can't be trusted by the time they ring them through it. So that's pretty good. Good going, Michigan. Let's click on more stories. See what is up. Oh yeah, Marines issue Glock M19M as M007 pistol to select personnel. Piggybacking off the FBI's contract, the Marines earlier this year issued the upgraded Glock to investigators and members of the unit that transports the president. So the president was like, please, if the Marines are going to be transporting me, I don't want them carrying a SIG P320. I don't want that piece of shit around me, anywhere near me. I want them to have a Glock 19. So that's good news. I mean, Glock wins out in the end. Always. Tactical Tuesday. Oh my God, I smell a lawsuit. Let's see what's going on.
I'm Gunner Sergeant Brian Nelson. I'm the project officer for the M007 concealed carry weapon. This is the Glock 19M, which the Marine Corps has dubbed the M007. The 19M has some upgrades from the Glocks that are out there. This weapon is fully ambidextrous now. The magazine release can be switched over from left to the right side for left-handed shooters. Glock flared the magazine well out, makes it easier to reload. It's got a smaller frame, easier for concealability. These were fielded in May of 2017. This is being issued to criminal investigators and members of HMX 1 who have a requirement to carry concealed. Got the requirement the year prior, and we're able to piggyback off the FBI's contract in order to get these fielded in a pretty rapid time frame.
So there you have it. Some of the most specialist Marines get Glock 19, same Glock, basically like Gen 5. So they piggybacked off me because I piggybacked off the FBI, and then they were like, well, since Moon bought it, we better get that out to some Marines that are guarding the president. All right. It's a win. More chainsaw AR. All right, so we're going to wrap this up. But before we do, we'll go back to that one story of the guy robbing the hot dog stand, shooting himself in the junk. Teen accidentally shoots himself in the wiener in Wiener while robbing hot dog stand. A 19-year-old suffered a rather awkward mishap while making his escape after robbing a hot dog stand in Chicago last week. Tarian Pouncey, apparently, that's a weird name, but I'm not going to name shame Mr. Pouncey. Mr. Pouncey sounds like someone's cat. I'm going to name my next cat Mr. Pouncey. Well, hopefully my cat doesn't shoot himself in the wiener. Apparently got away with cash, a wallet, a cell phone after the armed robbery, but accidentally shot himself in the leg and penis while running out of the door. 2 employees were working at the restaurant when Mr. Pounces allegedly walked in wearing a hoodie and his face covered in a scarf. Mr. Pouncey displayed the gun and demanded cash. While the employee complied, Mr. Pouncey, feeling rather greedy, decided to fish a wallet and cell phone from the pocket of one of the employees. Mr. Pouncey then turned and headed to the door. As he returned his handgun to his waistband, he apparently pulled the trigger. Despite his injuries, Mr. Pouncey took off, but promptly called 911 around the same time. The employees called the police to report the robbery. Responding to officers found Mr. Pouncey suffering from a gunshot wound to his right thigh as well as his penis. Mr. Pouncey's penis got shot. He was hospitalized, then, once released, will be held without bond on charges of armed robbery. I guess he will not be charged for shooting his own penis, because that is a punishment within itself. According to reports, the robbery was captured on surveillance video. Well, we'll have to find that video sometime. So we're getting this from the gun. We'll see if it's at the Chicago Tribune real fast. We'll see if they have the penis shooting video. No. They might not have even released it. They might just say they have it, but they didn't release it. So that's a shame. It's a shame all around. Hot dog stand getting robbed, guy shooting himself in the penis. I mean, it's a bad day for everybody. And what did we have? Oh, go back to guns. So we had Dianne Feinstein's new bill. Marilyn Manson points fake gun at crowd. Blah, 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 blah. Police tase a guy soaked in gasoline. And on the truth about guns, what did we do? Where did I stop? Trump Department of Defense nominee Dean Winslow to Senate. It's insane that Americans can buy an AR-15. Yeah. So there you go. I don't think I went over that, but that headline is just hilarious. And this guy is a dipshit. We didn't go over this guy's pocket dump, but I think that's like an XD or some shit. Should I click on it? We'll see how we should judge. Okay, it's an XD, so this guy gets an F for super fail, an SF. Okay, breaking. Democrats introduce assault weapons ban bill in Congress again. Blah, blah, blah. It's the Dianne Feinstein, so we already went over that. Top 5 hog hunting guns. Well, you can just head to this website and check that out yourself if that's what you're interested in. I'm not interested in talking about it or reading about it, so I don't care. Shannon Watts is a dumb bitch. Standing there with Michael Bloomberg, blurting out a bunch of propaganda as she's paid to do. We didn't go over that story, but it seemed kind of boring to me, so I'm not going to go over things that like that unless I read it first and it really interests me and I want to try to enlighten you guys on the subject, but that's not going to happen today. Ron Grabman splits my old business card with a Wilson Combat Glock 19. Went over that, wanted Glock 19. I want that Glock 19. Gun review of the SARS Malars. SAR 9 kind of has an HKP 30 grip going there. Back to the first page. Do a quick rundown of what we went. Yeah, we didn't go over a whole lot. This guy won the pocket dump. USA Today is stupid for obvious reasons. Question of the day: would background checks have stopped the southern shooter? If not, what would have? Nothing. And we went over that. So went over the Michigan's new law, new open carry law. That's not really an open carry law for your average Joe. Got the Sutherland Springs Hero, which I don't know if this is a quote from the instructor, Stephen Williford, but I guess so. I don't know who Stephen Williford is, but can't find this guy's name. What shit. So if you find this guy's name, one of the heroes, the one that shot him and actually punctured his armor and made him bleed, suffer a little before he crashed into a ditch, put in the comment that is the guy's name. So he is the NRA instructor. Okay. All right, Stephen Williford. That's the hero. Remember that, Stephen Williford. And forget about the murderer's name, because he's a murdering scumbag. And we went over that. So that about wraps it up for today. It was a little longer than usual, but I had a little tiny bit more to cover. And sorry if it was a little boring. The news is boring. I try to make it exciting as possible. But anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks, Maggie, DF2 Dot, Pants. We got Clayton, Ted Parkin. Thanks for joining me, Patrick, and tuning in. And don't forget to go check out Gun Channels if you're watching this later. It's free to join. You can come in with these knuckleheads and join the conversation in the text box while you're watching the show. So thanks, and another shout out to Hottie for making me the logo. The new Gun News Network logo that works out pretty good because I look like a floating orb in this circle up here, so that's pretty cool. And that's it, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.